Hey there. Let me know if you want me to do a little special where I'm just growling at you like I did just there. Let's get right into the meat and potatoes. Obviously, this is not a goodbye. I just want to say that I'm struggling to find my identity in every area of my life. And also, regarding this lovely dynamic we've got going, you and I. I really, from the bottom of my heart, I do enjoy, helping you relax, if that is the case, or entertaining you, if that's the case, or showing you something weird or showing you something new, if that's why you're here. All of the above. I enjoy all of it. I guess what I'm trying to say is that as of late, I'm struggling to have a healthy relationship with attention. And I don't know if this is me listening to like my inner child, but I'm starting to find that as I get a little older and older, like the less comfortable I am with attention, which I think is so interesting because when I tried, getting to know you and getting to know what you liked and getting to know myself and getting to know what I liked about myself, which has been quite a journey, a very long one at that. Yeah, I just got caught up in how much you've been spoiling me to death with your affection and your appreciation, and and your validation, and I think it started to become more about that. And the thing that really scared me was that, oh my gosh, I don't want this of all things to feel like a job, because like if it feels like a job, I might as well stay offline. Is basically what I was feeling. And I'm terrified of that. I don't want to just be, hungry for that validation, that admiration, that adoration. I don't want that to be my identity anymore, because I've been living like that for way too long. Way too long. I feel like for the majority of my life, I was just operating like that. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I don't want to be consumed by it. I'm really scared of continuing to operate this way. And that's the thing that hurts me, is that I don't want to I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but I don't want to, give you something just because I know that you like it. I'm still struggling to find something that I still, enjoy as much as I used to. Enjoy for other things, find that nice balance of where I'm happy and you're happy. You know what I mean? I would get caught up in like, oh my gosh, like this person who I really care about, they're not really into what I gave. You know what I mean? I want this to be, not to put pressure or anything, but I want this to feel right. I want this to feel real. I want this to feel genuine and authentic, you know what I mean? And I deeply apologize if you've been here for, you know, since I started, like, since I legitimately started sharing my journey a few years back. I deeply apologize for making certain episodes private because, yeah, I've had quite a few moments in my life as of recent where I felt, you know, ashamed of myself and thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, I wish I can be that good girl, but I'm not. And I would just hate myself for it. So that's why a lot of the stuff that I had on here is private. You know, if you have been here for that long, and yeah, like the stuff is still there. It's just private right now because I'm gonna be honest, I just put them in that state because I was just ashamed of myself and, you know, the changes that I've gone through. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'll ever have the courage to, you know, have those good girl stuff back up because right now I feel like a bad girl that needs to grow up. That's where my head and my heart is at right now. I really do feel like, I know I shouldn't be speaking on this out loud, but I really do. I'm not gonna go into the nitty gritty, but I just had some spiritual experiences that got me thinking like maybe it's time for me to mature in a good way. And not just be about, you know, about the validation, about the approval, about the praise. You know what I mean? Living like that has been exhausting for me, you know, offline. So exhausting. That's not to say I didn't appreciate the support, but like many other people on this planet, we were all trained to be like this, but I just became so wired within myself to just be nothing but that. And it breaks my heart. And just operating from that mindset has gotten me into a lot of trouble. I'm gonna be honest, it has gotten me into a lot of trouble, not necessarily professionally, but personally. And for me, I consider myself a very personal person, and if that side of me is sabotaged in some way, that for me is like the ultimate failure, or at least where I'm sitting from right now. By the way, I'm sitting on just a tangent, just to not have it 100% serious, but I'm sitting on my puppy's pillow. She's not really living with us right now. It's a complicated situation, but yeah, we're having a bit of a custody battle. But yeah, she as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure she's safe. I haven't seen photos or videos of her since she moved with a relative of ours, but yeah, I look forward to seeing her again. I'm keeping her seat warm. Her pillow is nice and soft. It feels like I'm sitting on a cloud. So yeah, just here waiting for her. I have my plush animals, you know, sitting next to where she usually falls asleep at night, when she was still living with us here. So I'm trying to fluff up the void. Not fill the void, but fluff up the void. Just to be like, you know what? It's ready. Her bed is gonna be here when she comes back. And I hope we can figure out an arrangement where, you know, she comes and visits her home base regularly. Yeah, so that's some little offline stuff. But yeah, I hope this has cleared some air. I just really, because I care about you so much. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, where it's just like, I care about like what we have so much. I figured I owe it to you to be honest, you know. Still struggling to find that balance, and still, you know, battling shame within myself, battling guilt that unfortunately I've harbored since my childhood. And yeah, we're not gonna get deep into that today, but yeah, just wanted to be upfront, because just like, even though I don't have, you know, the privilege of hearing your voice or seeing your face as often as I'd like, just figured I'd keep it real, you know. But I'm trying to think of like if there's anything else that I gotta say, but yeah, that's the gist, you know. And I hope that clarifies a bit of, you know, those times where I would not only privatize certain things, but even when I would, you know, be more offline than online, you know. I hope that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, again, not making promises about that older stuff, but I am praying that I get to a point where it's just like, okay, I'm healed. I'm ready to like put that good girl stuff back out there. However, I am going to be discerning about which clips I was just putting up for attention, or yeah, I'm trying to discern like which clips I actually made from the heart. And I'm thinking, if anything, if I were to put anything old and private back up, it would hopefully be the ones from a heart space, and not just like, oh, like, look at me, I want you to help me feel good about myself, you know what I mean? I don't want this to be toxic. So yeah, that's letting you a little bit into my spirituality too, you know, just so there aren't any surprises. If there were ever to be, I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, there have been quite a few bumps like in this lovely like journey we have had together, whether you have, you know, been here since the beginning, or you've hopped on recently or relatively recently, or anywhere in between, just to make, you know, set things straight. And it's just so I can lay out the cards and see things objectively. And I would like for you to see things objectively as well, that at the end of the day, when I'm doing this, I'm, again, not to dismiss like how much like you care about me or how much I care about you, but at the end of the day, I realize that by doing this, this should be an outlet of me expressing myself and discovering more about myself in the process, you know, similar to traveling, you know, as Marissa from Less Junk, More Journey would put it. But yeah, I'm also praying, like, going forward, that I can also work on my profanity issue, because I think, again, I know I shouldn't, like, put God on blast or anything like that, but I really do feel like God has put it on my heart to be more conscientious of little potatoes who might come across my channel. So yeah, I guess this is my way of saying that I do still enjoy what we have, and I strongly feel like I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Simply because you invested so much in me, and I feel vice versa. And yeah, just, again, no tea, no shade, but this is the longest, maybe I'm lying a little bit. Okay, this is like one of the longest connections I've ever had with somebody else. One of the longest. Not the longest, but one of the longest. I was about to throw shade at myself, but yeah, so I guess I just want to say some things will come back, but the main idea going forward is that I want things to change for the better. Yeah, I'm really hoping that our connection and my self-work go hand in hand, basically. And yeah, just like keep open communication as much as humanly possible. Just to, yeah, prevent any crazy detours or bumps in the road, although that's part of every journey, every connection, right? Nothing is ever perfect, but, you know, just to have things go as smoothly as possible. So and also another thing that it may not be like as important, so I guess figured I'd leave it to the last, is that I remember talking to one of my relatives about certain beauty products and how they may not be the most ethical buys ever. So yeah, besides, like, you know, I've done some makeup reviews that I have taken down because I just found out recently that yeah, some not so animal friendly practices, and I feel kind of bad about that. So I'm thinking I might not do makeup promos for a while, or makeup reviews for a while as well. Simply for that reason, I'm trying to, you know, finish what I have, and then if I were to buy makeup again, like, just to be more aware of the values of the company that are, like, creating these products, you know? But I guess, like, that doesn't even just go for makeup, that goes for, like, everything. I'm trying to, yeah, ever since I worked for Lush, it got me thinking more as a consumer, so, yeah, there's that. So, like, maybe I might review makeup down the road, but just not anytime soon, so I just want to, like, put that out there in case anybody, like, hopped on and was just like, oh, where are her makeup videos? That's why. So, but yeah, again, don't get it twisted, still love what we have, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure that everything I put on here, whether it's something old or something new, that it's something from a heart space, and it's something that's a little more conscientious of younger people, number one, and, like, animals. So, yeah. And as for many other messages that I've shared with you before, we'll find something that makes both of us happy, that, you know, is serving for both of our truths, you know? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not gonna lie to myself, it may not be perfect on the way of trying to achieve that, but yeah. Thank you so much for having me wherever you are in the world, whether it's your living room or on the toilet, or I don't know what you're doing while you're listening to me, but yeah. I'll see you, or I'll try to see you next week. Mwah.